Flop middle pair. I am probably just going to bet this flop because I don't really see myself getting raised too often. And I can take it down a lot of the time. I bet an ace too. I could go for a delayed continuation bet, but there are a lot of cards that he'll just bet assuming that I would have bet on the flop. And then I'm stuck calling and the river he can bet again, and it just becomes a guessing game. So I just took that out of play and bet myself. I'm actually going to fold 3-4 because of the two players pretty active in the blinds. Normally I would raise that, no. I will call off a shove by Botano here. He's goofy enough that I've seen in the past to even 4-bet fold with a $100 stack, which is just weird. Here I'm just going to call and get Cole into the pot with 280, and we have him covered, so it'd be a good time to hit a set, and he calls down very light. Early on in the session, he called a guy in a fairly good sized pot with king high on an ace high board, and the guy had top set, so obviously he's, willing to, I'm going to go ahead and lead here, and, hope that Cole comes along. We'll see what happens. Queen Jack is in everybody's range, and so are bigger sets, but we'll see what happens. And everybody folds, so not a bad result, but would have liked more out of it. As you can see, nobody plays each other these days. Me and JNF have been playing heads up a lot. Wooly Malone won't play me. Bluff Blocker, they all sit out. I'm going to defend here against JNF for sure. And I guess I'm just going to fold on this board. I don't think he's really going to believe me ever, and I don't have any backdoor draws other than like a straight draw, so whatever. Well played. And Thrill Fox is never believing me, ever. It's very weird for him to call 4-bet, but let's see. I definitely think with a bigger pair he would have just gotten it in. I don't know if he threw that all over the place here. Yeah, we're just gonna. I don't really know what I'm gonna do here. That I'm taking time doesn't help my case. I'm just gonna try check jamming, I guess. Try to fold out his ace highs if he decides to bet them, and hope that my gut shot and overs maybe are good. We'll see. He still could have just kings or aces. I don't know why he wouldn't, with our dynamic that we've had already. Shove them though, so it's a good card, obviously, that I can represent. Bet sizing, I think I like that. We'll see what happens here. Smaller bet size I can do with a bluff as well. If I had, I don't know, 10 jack or something here. He calls, and I'm just assuming we have a chop pot then. I think he's folding all of his other pairs if I bet again, so I think I'm going to check and hope that either, well, he's either going to bet and we're going to chop, or he'll bluff at it, which, you know, that's the way I'm going to get more money out of it. And yeah, that's what happened. I guess 9s are an easy set to hit. With the ace-10, I think this is always just a call, unless I have a really aggressive dynamic. Maybe I would raise for value, but I think I'm just going to bet here. Hope he jams the turn or something. And I actually think I'm just going to fold against swing. Yeah, I think I can just go ahead and fold. I don't really think he's going to be betting 3 streets here as a bluff. Yeah, and it looks like a bet that he's like scared of a 6, but I just don't think I can really represent a 6 unless I jam. But with all the squeezes and stuff, I just don't think he's going to believe me. And I don't like my open here with 9-5. I didn't even think about the 2 players that have been 3-betting me in the blinds, so burned $6, which is not good. So yeah, anyway, it looked like he had ace queen, ace king, 2 pair that were a little hesitant throughout more or less a blocking bet. I'm just going to go ahead and limp behind here to keep the weak player in and also not get 3-bet by JNF or Fantasius, because it looks like I'm isolating. And I'll bet this flop if it's checked to me. Okay, I'm just going to fold. It looks like he has a big hand that he limped under the gun, that he wants to play fast now. Got my hair did today. Looking good, maybe. Actually, I got my hair cut about a week ago and decided today I didn't like it, so I went back and got it buzzed all off. Such a rip-off, though. $16 to get a buzz cut. What can I do? Getting ready to go back to Vegas, which hopefully will be a nice change of scenery. Maybe I can start winning again, which would be nice. I don't know, I feel like I've been playing okay. Things haven't been going my way, and, you know, I'm sure that'll subside and I'll start winning again. On the 10-10-3, I think I will raise Lucifer if he bets, and bet at least one street if he checks. Because it looks like Flange, if he calls, would have, you know, a middling pocket pair almost always. And Lucifer just looks like he's giving up, and he might call one with like ace high or something like that. Now by Flange raising here, I really don't know what he's thinking or doing. If he had a 10 here, I just don't see him. Okay, that's interesting. I actually would have re-raised Flange. I was gonna float and then bet, but Botana kept betting, so I'm just gonna fold. I would have 3-bet Flange if Lucifer had folded, but it looks like Lucifer now has a 10 almost always, so I'll go ahead and fold. I'm gonna guess Flange just folds here. Just looks to me like with 3s or 10s, yeah, 3 or 10, he just wouldn't do that. And I think it's funny because I would have done that to Lucifer if he had bet, but we had the same idea. It looks like my friend Kyle just lost 4K pot today, so his life's obviously going great as well. So I'm going to fold deuce 9 there. I'm glad that I caught that because they're pretty actively 3-betting. Interesting here, I'm actually going to 4-bet and I guess fold to a shove or call, we'll see, but I'm going to guess I'll fold. With ace queen here, it's close. I think I'll just fold. Camo's pretty nitty and is under the gun range, and I just don't think I'm gonna get paid if I flop a monster anyway. Just pick a better spot with ace queen there. I'm just gonna I'll just go ahead and bet against On the Sky. He'll check raise a lot of draws here, but it's gonna fold out all of his weird hands, just low pocket pairs that he might bet 2 streets with on the turn. But I just don't think I'm gonna get to showdown too often, so I don't mind just betting and hoping to take it down. And he does check raise, so cool story, bro. And I'm just going to go ahead and check behind the ace high against Fantasius. And it looks like he has some sort of showdown value. So I just don't think I'm going to be winning this pot a whole lot. I mean, I can see him having like some, 4s or ace 8 or something suited or something like that just wins. 7s, yeah, same idea. This is a spot like the other spot that I had with I'm gonna check raise Flange here on the ace high board coordinated. Where I just think Wally Malone doesn't have a strong range here at all. More 7s, 9s, something like that. So I think 2 to 3 streets, depending on what cards come, is a great card for me.